Picture this: Montreal, 1976. The city is buzzing, the world is watching, and the iconic Olympic Stadium, nicknamed the Big O, is ready for its grand debut. But this moment of glory came with a staggering price tag, a debt so massive it took 40 long years to pay off. People called it the Big O for a reason. For decades, the 1976 Olympics were seen as a financial disaster, a cautionary tale for any city dreaming of hosting the Games. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if the real legacy of those Games wasn't the debt, but the city it created? Let's rewind. Before 1976, Montreal's urban landscape was a different beast. The Olympics weren't just about building a stadium. They were the single most important urban planning project in the city's history. This was the catalyst for a massive transformation. We're talking about the expansion of the metro system, connecting distant neighborhoods and making the city more accessible than ever before. New highways were built, parks were created, and entire districts were revitalized. Think of Parc Olympique, which is so much more than just a stadium. It's a sprawling complex that houses the Biodome, the planetarium, and the insectarium, major tourist attractions, and educational centers that draw millions of visitors every year. These weren't just temporary fixes for a 2-week event. They were long-term investments that fundamentally reshaped how Montrealers live, work, and play. The infrastructure built for the Olympics became the backbone of the modern city. It laid the groundwork for Montreal to become the international, vibrant metropolis we know today. So, while the headlines focused on the billion-dollar debt, the real story was happening on the streets, underground, and in the very fabric of the city. Now, let's talk about that stadium. After the athletes left, the Big O faced an identity crisis. What do you do with a colossal, architecturally unique, but incredibly expensive to maintain structure? Well, Montreal got creative. It became the home of the Montreal Expos baseball team for nearly 3 decades. It's hosted Grey Cups, massive concerts from U2 to Pink Floyd, trade shows, and even monster truck rallies. The tower, originally meant to be retractable, now houses offices and an observatory offering one of the best views of the city. It's a prime example of adaptive reuse, a symbol of resilience. The stadium wasn't left to crumble. It was integrated into the city's cultural life. So, why do the 76 Games still define Montreal's identity? It's not just about the iconic skyline silhouette of the stadium. It's about a story of ambition, struggle, and ultimately, triumph. The Games gave Montreal a new sense of self, a global stage, and a can-do spirit. The financial burden was real, but it forced the city to be resourceful and forward-thinking. Today, when you ride the metro, visit the Botanical Garden, or attend an event at Parc Olympique, you're experiencing the lasting legacy of 1976. The debt is gone, but the city that was forged in the fire of the Olympics remains stronger, more connected, and forever marked by that ambitious summer. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest risks can lead to the greatest rewards. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into Montreal's history, be sure to subscribe for more stories.